I am going to address the elephant on how I first lost my thing that every man and woman has, virginity. Now, what is a virginity, you might ask? Oh man, it's something that we're blessed to have by God. So, enough with bullshit or whatever. I'm going to tell you how I first lost my shit. Firstly, oh man, a lot of shit has happened when you lose your shit. Non-stop fucking. But other than that, I'm going to tell you how I lost my shit. I first got the text of it saying, pull up, I'm home alone. And so, me being the little fat boy that I am, coming back from school, I was like, alright, so I'm going to kill her shit. So, right after that, oh man, a lot of shit has happened on that day. And me, of course, I have to wear protection. Because why? Because nobody wants a thing we call an STD. Because we simply don't want that. No. That's how we end up having something that we don't want to have. Okay? Yes, maybe a few people have died from it, but wearing protection is always safe. Now, being that, of course, oh man, I need a haircut because I look kind of shitty right now, and yeah, I look kind of shitty because I don't got a haircut yet. But other than that, yeah, my hair is way too long. I know my hair is way too long for this shit. But other than that, what else I was gonna say? Yeah. So I'm gonna cut to the chase anyway. So I got the text, bring in a few bondoms. I mean, I'm not blood, but I just like saying bondoms instead of saying condoms and shit. And then my little fat ass goes to the train and waits for it, and patiently tells Shorty that I'm on the way. So right as I'm on the way and stuff, I'm just saying to myself, Miguel, is this really gonna happen? Because this shit looks like it's really gonna happen. Oh my god. Like, that shit was just gonna happen non-stop. Yo, I was not planning for this to happen at all. I was not planning for this shit to happen at all. And that's just the crazy thing too. Because, oh man, when certain stuff, this is basically just a life lesson from fucking. But other than that, I reach Shorty's destination to where she lives at. Like, as into, oh man, how can I say this? As into entering her crib. So I enter her crib, and then the first thing I have asked her was, may I please use your bathroom? Because I have to pee. Because I drink a lot of water, and of course, you have an uncontrollable bladder, which will make you piss so many times that you just have to go from constant drinking a lot of good fluids in your body. So, and then I look in the mirror and say to myself, Miguel, you are going to fuck the shit out of this bitch. So I'm like saying to myself, I feel like I'm the GOAT. So as I'm going to address the elephant here, I simply sit down in Shorty's bed, waiting for the sexual activity we call sex. So, and I know that's a good one. And so, as I sit down in Shorty's bed, we end up talking, having a nice friendly conversation for about 5 to 7 minutes. We just relaxing and stuff. And of course, like everybody else does. So she feels on my shoulder. I'm fat because, see, this is fat. This is like the shit that I beat my meat with. But other than that, this is like just the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. So she comes close to me, and then she starts kissing me. Now, I probably was just worried myself, saying, the fuck is this bitch doing? In my head, I'm like, the fuck is this bitch doing? Because I certainly don't know how this happened. Like, certainly don't know how this happened at all. Because, oh man. a lot of shit can happen when taking precautions of sexual activities we call sex. So as in to me, doing what I have to do, I simply do the same thing. You know, tongue kissing and all that, because that's just the wave now. I mean, I guess you just want to have your own bacteria or own saliva in somebody else. I don't know how it works. So, and then Shorty takes off her shirt. So me being the good, you know, it made me feel like I was like 2 years old sucking on a girl's titties, because oh man, that shit was just crazy, man. So I end up sucking the girl's titties, because how much of a 2-year-old boy that I used to be into being a grown 16-year-old. I mean, this was when I was 16. I'm 19 right now. I'm 19. And as to opposing doing all of this, I was just like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? And of course, Shorty just reached down my pants, and then I'm like this. I'm like this. I'm like this and all that. And then Shorty, she's just taking off my pants, and then she starts sucking on my shit. I'm like, you don't gotta do this. And in my mind, I'm like this. What is this bitch doing? What is she doing? In my head, I was just like, yo, Shorty does not have to do this at all. Like, I felt like I was Drake for a minute. Yeah, don't mind the Justin Bieber shit, because I share a room with my sister. But that's besides the point. So I'm like this and all that. And then she tells me to eat her shit. So me being the nicest boy that I can, I took off her panties and I simply ate her slap. Like, you know what? I'm not even gonna show you the tongue action, because you don't need to know that, okay? Because you simply don't need to know that at all. So as I give her the tongue action, I end up, you know, putting on the condom so that I can prevent having the thing we call STDs. Oh, but yeah. And so I end up just doing a lot of crazy shit to her. First off, I was just killing her shit from the back. And then, firstly, I ended up hitting it from the front. And then there was a time where I actually picked her up. And then I was like, oh wait, hold on. Oh shit. Yeah, don't worry about that shit. I was like this and all that, just picking her up and stuff. And then I'm saying to myself, yo, I have that much of a good strength, because I can't pick nobody up. It's like, you know what? I'm not even gonna show you at least half of the shit, because oh man, you won't believe that shit. And then after 30 minutes of taking this sexual activity we call sex, this shit had made me feel into a changed man. It's like it's like looking at another life lesson that you have never ever seen at all. And that's just the crazy thing too, because oh man, whew, a lot of shit can happen. And then after that happened, I went home and gave my dick a pound, cause you know, that's my nigga, man. So I gave my son a pound, and I told him, yo, we did it, bro, we did it. And then went up, just took in a shower, and then Shorty hit me up the next minute saying, yo, that shit was good. And then, you know, same shit happened all over again. And then, oh man, that was the best experience of my whole life. Just non-stop. Every chance that I got. Oh man, that shit was just so crazy, man. That shit was just really, really crazy. And trust me, it makes you into a grown ass man. And that's how you get facial hair. But yeah, that's how I've lost my shit. How I really, really lost my virginity. And I feel as if it was just 3 years ago, because this is what actually has happened 3 years ago. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys had the time to look at this video because you guys are really nice, and I'm going to adjust, and I already addressed the elephant. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, just subscribe to me, NY_Miguel, Snapchat baller_Migs, or IG Migs Monday _ because somewhere in life people are trying to get somewhere. But yeah, bye.